Hello guys, what's up? So, I am Dev, as you can see, yeah. That means that I've made a mod, or I have upgraded massively a mod that I've already made. So yeah, that's what being Dev means on Vision's channel. But, glass is not very invisible. I know this is like a random thing, but glass isn't very invisible. Hello. This piece of glass is not floating. It's on invisible blocks, and these are not barrier blocks. If I get my barrier item, I cannot see them. They are invisible blocks. I made them in my mod, and there are a bunch of invisible blocks. So you already saw the invisible blocks. The extra invisible block is a block like before, but you can walk through it, I guess. I can't even see in my inventory. Then you have the invisible slab, the invisible stair, the invisible trapdoor, the invisible door, the invisible button, the invisible wall. Gonna see these? You see this? You can see like the outline, the black outline. Now it's raining in Minecraft. You can see the outline of the block. So it is a slab. I can walk on it. This is a stair. I can walk on it. A trapdoor. It works. The door. It works, you know, because the door is 2 blocks tall, so you can see 2 of them. And boop, boop, boop. Then the bottom, it's there. You can see it's small, but it is there. And if I connect it to some redstone, woohoo, it works. And as you can see, the redstone is directed towards it. Then you have the wall. You can see the outline of the wall when it does that. And I cannot jump over it. There's also... I'm just going to quickly cover them all. The invisible rod, fence, and fence gate. So the invisible rod is like a end rod. The invisible fence is like a fence. Yeah. It looks like it's a wall, but it is not. And then you have the fence gate. I can walk through it. When I close it, I can't. That's how you see it. So you can have a nice farm, and it looks like all the animals are kept in place, and they just want to stay in the farm. But no. Or yeah, there's the invisible pressure plate. Oh yeah, I have to. Woohoo! It works. You can see it goes down when you step on it. And you have the invisible essence. So, unlike the barrier block, which is boring, you can craft everything in survival. Everything is survival friendly and is actually pretty easy to craft. It's just grass, and invisible essence as crafting recipes for all of this. But how do we get invisible essence? Well, I'm going to do something weird, and I'm going to TP here, my little sky base, made with a glass. Okay, yeah, I use glass. With a bed. So, why here? Well, the Y coordinate is above 300. To get the invisible essence, you need to make sure it's a night. Then you sleep here. And remember, this is Y level above 300. Whoa, I get gifted with 128 invisible essence. So when you sleep and wake up then at Y level above 300, you get this invisible essence, which is pretty cool. And then you can craft everything using the glass and invisible essence. I guess that is all the mod has to offer, but it's pretty cool. And if you go to sleep anywhere below it, it just won't work. You won't get the essence. With this, I made a whole house without a roof, yes. But there is a door somewhere. The only downside is that you can't see when you have a barrier and you make it, you can see the barrier, which is good. But when you get it out of your hand, you can't see the barrier. Yeah, and they're like barrier blocks. Here, there is no way of seeing the actual block because the texture is completely invisible. I've not made another texture for it. So it may be a bit confusing if you're using this in like a build. So you are going to have to use those outlines for the block, the little black outlines for the blocks. So yeah, there's invisible blocks. I am hoping that there might be invisible items too. How would that work? I don't know. Maybe like an invisible diamond pickaxe your friend... Oh, there's a wall. Your friend is thinking, oh, how are you going to mine those... mine that, I don't know, iron when you have nothing in your hand, but you in fact have an invisible thing in your hand. I don't know. Those are just some ideas. I might make it. It's going to be on Moderates soon, as of recording. When this video is online on YouTube, I'll put the mod in the description. Yeah. And also another thing about the essence, when you get the essence, so if I do / advancement revoke, fancy word, dev everything, and I get my invisible essence, I get challenge complete, got some essence. I should gain some XP if I was in survival, and when I do that, it gives all of the crafting recipes for every other thing here. I don't know what this mod could be used for. In fact, I just made it. There are other mods very similar to it, actually very, very, very similar, but sometimes they just have the invisible block. Sometimes they have not as many types of blocks. Like, look, this has defense gate, this has a rod, this has these redstone components. They're invisible. Some of the other mods don't have them. And the mods that I've checked that have invisible blocks, they aren't new. They're very old. Like, I saw very old for a very old version of Minecraft. All my mods 1.20.1 Forge or 1.21.1 Neo Forge. Yeah, saying all those numbers 1.20.1, that's a bit confusing, but you get it. The same version that Create is on, basically, except for anything older than 1.20.1. And I made this mod in one day. One day. How cool is that? You can make a mod, all of this in one day. What I had to do, I had to do the thing where whenever I wake up at Y level above 300, gives me 128 invisible essence, drops out of the sky. I have to put the advancement to unlock all the crafting recipes. I had to make all the blocks. I had to give the textures. It doesn't have really a texture, it's invisible, but like the item textures, because it would suck if like the textures in your inventory were also invisible so you couldn't see them. Like the glass pane. Like this, if it would be bad if it was like this. No, not like that. But like, you get it. Like a grey pane or whatever. Very hard to see. So I had to make the textures for all of these. They weren't too hard. Yeah. And you yourself can make a mod like this. I used mCreator. Yeah, that's the mod maker without coding. Like, it's like there's something called procedures, which are like Scratch coding. If you've ever heard of Scratch, procedures are like what happens. Like, if player wakes up at this Y level, that's a procedure. And for what the item or mod or whatever or the block actually does. So that's a procedure. There is coding in that, but it's very similar to Scratch coding. It's not like a real, I have to type so much in Java coding, very hard. No, mCreator is super easy. Now, it does lack some things of coding, but it is very good, I think. And I've not run into any problems, except yeah, no problems. So yeah, you can make a mod yourself. Just download Emulator and whatever. Also, like, I'm a young YouTuber. Don't think this is sponsored. I just like it. I just like the mod maker, and I like the mod. Also, go to the mod, check it out. In the description. So yeah, I'm just gonna pillar up. Yeah, and it's very easy to get in survival. Like, all you need a bunch of grass. You can pillar up with like grass, not this, and sleep. Make a little sky base. Sleep there. You get 128 essence. That is a lot. That is quite a bit. I was generous. Updates. It's not a big mod, so updates. Not too many. There might even not be any updates, but as I was saying before, invisible items, they may arrive. That just looks cool. I'm not flying, I'm on. Yeah. And if I go / game mode, survival, / give dev pick, diamond pick, iron pick. Yeah, see? You can mine with iron pickaxe. Oh, you can. No, you can mine with anything. In fact, it's that easy. You can mine with anything. The speed and like the blast resistance, like the speed of breaking it, is the same for every tool and the same for every single block. Yeah. Bye, I guess. Yeah. Bye. See ya. I might make another mod later, or I'll make a great update on this mod. Who knows? See ya.